I'm Andrei Mincov, the founder of Trademark Factory. And in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts about yet another trademarking screw up. This time around, it's Bruce Lee's estate being ripped off. No! Well, let me read it from the article, and just so you know, I'm pretty critical of the way the article is written. Bruce Lee's estate gets stiff roundhouse kick after trying to block theater company's trademark. Those steeped in ownership culture often have the wrong idea when it comes to trademark laws. In the minds of some, trademark laws can be used like publicity rights laws, wherein a famous somebody or that somebody's heirs can use that fame to control all uses of references to that somebody forever and ever. And that, of course, is not how trademark laws work. Instead, trademark law is designed to protect the public from confusion by allowing some monopolistic use of names and terms in some markets, and only if actual commerce is taking place. This is a lesson the management company of the late renowned martial arts star Bruce Lee has now learned the hard way. Bruce Lee Enterprises attempted to both block the trademark registration for production company Barrisons in the UK, which applied for a mark covering its forthcoming John Fan, the Bruce Lee musical, and also to apply for a John Fan mark in the theatrical designation itself. John Fan, if you're not aware, was the birth name of Bruce Lee. The problem for BLE is that Barrisons had already communicated its intention to put on a show with BLE and defended itself by accusing BLE of registering for its own trademark purely to block the production company's show, without any intention of putting on its own theatrical production. BLE opposed the registration, saying it has already applied for its own mark in that trademark designation, that granting the trademark would imply a relationship between Barrisons and BLE, and arguing that Barrisons made the application in bad faith because BLE had communicated previously that it would oppose the use of Bruce Lee's birth name. And upon review by the Intellectual Property Office, things did not go well for BLE. It was found that theatrical shows, the trademark was purely a blocking mechanism to obstruct Barrisons' proposed musical, and the ownership culture was, for once, defeated. And it should go without saying that this is a good thing. No, it isn't. After all, there is no reason to think that a theater production, including the use of Lee's stage or birth names, would necessarily cause the public to think that BLE was behind the production at all. Instead, it appears for all the world that Barrisons informed BLE of its intent, and that BLE reacted by trying to use the trademark law to block them, ostensibly to then extract a licensing fee for the production. And again, that isn't what trademark law is for. Really? Trademark law, forget trademark law. Let's think about law in general. Let's think about fairness in general. What makes you think you can just take somebody's name, especially the name of somebody famous, and run with it and make a musical and get people to buy tickets, and you really don't think that you have some obligation to those who now control the estate of the person you're trying to make the musical about? Really? Yeah, it is ownership culture. There's nothing wrong with ownership. Because in the large scheme of things, ownership is required for our survival. The food that we buy, we own it. If we don't own that, we die. But to move that further to intellectual property, whether it's publicity rights or trademark rights or any other intellectual property rights, they're designed to protect the weak party. And the weak party is always the party that can't put a lock or an alarm to some intangible value that they gave to the world. Whether it's a name, whether it's a character, whether it's a brand, whether it's a story, whether it's a song, whatever it is. Intellectual property laws were designed to protect the weak party, because the only way they can enforce and monetize the value that they've given to the world is through law. And to say that it's okay for somebody to just stage a production without even asking is just immoral. Yeah, we may go back and, read this section of Trademark Act or that section of Trademark Act. I'm not even going to argue with whether trademark law or trademark application filed by Bruce Lee Estate Company was the right thing to do. I'm not going to even argue with whether the strategy that the Bruce Lee Estate used to block the production was correct. I'm not going to argue with whether trademark law was supposed to be the right tool for them to protect it. What I am saying is that it's sad that the estate of Bruce Lee had to go out and invent some difficult legal schemes to stop unauthorized production of a musical about Bruce Lee. They shouldn't have had to. Before I go, I just want to say that this ownership culture that they mock in the article really gave us all the good things that make our lives so much better today. All the technology, all the movies, all music we enjoy, the books, the phones, the computers, the software, all of that, somebody had to have created it. Somebody put their time, energy, hoping that not only would this benefit the world, but also would benefit them. That's part of the ownership culture. If they knew that they couldn't control the use of what they create if it be stolen from them like this, they wouldn't be creating it. Maybe they would create it as a hobby, but professionally spend years of their lives to learn how to do it well, only to have it stolen from them, nobody's going to do that. So to mock ownership culture, especially with the intellectual property context in mind, is despicable. All right, so here's my rant. If you found it interesting, or if you want to watch more videos, or if you got a brand you want to protect, subscribe now and get notified whenever the next video goes live. I'll see you in the next video.